What if Gary Johnson won in 2016? What would Gary Johnson, the former governor of New Mexico, would need to win in 2016? In this election, Gary Johnson runs as an independent, just like in real life, but he's accepted as like a major candidate with Bill Well as his running mate. 2016 election, Johnson Well vs. Clinton Kane vs. Trump Pence. Gary Johnson wins the 2016 election with 259 electoral votes to Trump's 222 and Clinton's 140, and with the help of Joe Stein taking a bunch of votes away from Clinton and Trump, it splits up the amount of votes. And thanks to help from Bill Well, he was able to win Massachusetts and New Mexico too. Gary Johnson's first term, cabinet and agenda. Gary Johnson's cabinet would be something like this. Secretary of State. Maybe someone like Jill Stein or someone. Attorney General. Maybe Olive K. Jr. Secretary of Defense. His Secretary of Defense would probably be someone like Joe Jorgensen. Vice President Bill Well. Helping Johnson's presidency. The COVID-19 pandemic and the murder of John Floyd. What goes different? The murder of John Floyd does still happen, plunging the world into chaos. And the COVID-19 pandemic also happens, but it's very good in this alternate timeline. As more businesses close down, the COVID-19 pandemic sort of begins to slows down. As many people aren't getting out of their houses, the pandemic isn't really spreading that much, and thus Gary Johnson seems to have high approval ratings heading into 2016. In 2020, the Democrats nominate Tulsi Gabbard, and Gabbard nominates Elizabeth Warren as her running mate, while the Republicans go with Ron DeSantis, and DeSantis nominates Nikki Haley. 2020 election, Johnson Well vs. DeSantis Haley vs. Gabbard Warren. Thanks to a good presidency, Gary Johnson was able to win re-election, this time decisively, winning Arizona, Nevada, California, and Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and even an electoral vote in D.C., thus getting 323 electoral votes, winning the election in a landslide. The 2022 midterms, it's not looking good for the Libertarian Party. I mean, after all, it is a failed party. But anyway, in the 2022 midterms, the Republicans unfortunately win the Senate and the House, winning and picking up 19 seats in the House and Congress. Ukraine and Gaza war. What goes different? The Ukraine and Gaza war does still happen, but it goes terribly long. And just like with the Biden administration, the Johnson administration was unsuccessful at withdrawing the troops from Iraq, like the Biden administration. And then the COVID-19 pandemic gets so much worse. Gary Johnson's approval rating quickly drops from 70% to only 33%. In 2024, the Independents nominate Joe Stein, and C nominates Bill Well, while the Republicans go with Nikki Haley, and Haley nominates Ron DeSantis, while the Democrats nominate Bernie Sanders, and Sanders nominates Kamala Harris. 2024 election, Sanders-Harris vs. Haley DeSantis vs. Steinwell. Nikki Haley wins the 2024 election. What if Gary Johnson won in 2016? Timeline. 2016, Gary Johnson. 2020, Gary Johnson. 2024, Nikki Haley.